My channel, and as you can see, we're gonna do a little benchmark play of Halo Infinite. Now the reason for this is basically I stumbled upon the requirements page, and to be fair, the requirements doesn't really exactly make much sense. So the minimum requirements for this game is 1050 Ti. The recommended requirements for GPU is 2070, and ultra recommendations are 3080. I'm gonna skip the CPU for the simple reason I cannot match with i7. You know, we're running i5-96. And let's go through the settings we're gonna be using here. So the game doesn't really want me to upscale. It upscales incorrectly, and that happened on a multiplayer beta test as well. Probably just reads off from the display adapter, and obviously my TV is a full HD one. However, we're gonna be running with the unlocked maximum frame rate, and the quality preset we're going to be using is Ultra. Now, the reason why this is kind of important is we're going to continue on a campaign, and it should be in a pretty fairly open world scenario. We're not going to go for the objectives. We're going to mostly just walk around and keep an eye on an MSI metrics to see if these requirements are justified. Just a quick disclaimer, we are running i5-96K on stock, and we're running 1080 EVGA Kingpin Ti, by the way. So yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty much enough. Oh, disclaimer, the game is running off from NVMe drive, so I don't know, will that actually play anything? So let's roll. So here we are. I wouldn't say there's any spoiler alerts for the simple reason this is the very beginning of the game, and well, if you actually played or you haven't played this, you're not really missing out too much, and well, you know, it's just the way it is. So as you can see, I chose this place because it's an open world. Just to recap real quick that, you know, since I am cutting here and there, that we have not changed anything. And we are still in ultra preset with unlocked frames and vertical sync being off. So, what to expect? Generally, when I was participating in the multiplayer beta, which obviously a lot of people did, and I do believe it's almost everyone did, the performance was pretty good. There was some people saying that it's not actually good, but you know, I can't really say about it. Now, let's look at all this and look at the metrics. So the GPU is actually using 98% of its power, and it's currently at 7.3 gigabytes of video memory. The CPU is pretty pegging out. First of all, this is a 6-core CPU, no hyperthreading, so if you got hyperthreading, you're pretty much in a better place. I am. The system RAM is being used for 8.3 gigabytes, and currently we're using DirectX 12, and we're getting 70, 60-ish, but so far no less than 60 frames per second. The frame time might be a bit better because we're kind of on a high 15 range, which, well, it's not too bad, but you know, that means there might be a little bit of bottleneck somewhere in there. So let's just walk around. Let's try to not get ourselves killed. I'm playing on normal difficulty if someone cares. And audio is very loud as usual. Enclosed spaces 70, which is basically kind of expected, give or take. So let's just wander around and see if we can get into a firefight. It almost sounded like a grunt somewhere out there. So my question is, where do we go? Apparently we're going to the Pelican, which I do not really want to do. The reason why I'm not playing campaign with the MSI metrics actually enabled is for the very simple reason. It kinda takes a good chunk of my upper left, well, TV screen, as you can see. So I'm not saying it's very vital for playback or basically any kind of campaign related activities, but if you are moving and there's a jackal with a sniper rifle, you're probably not gonna see him too well. So, you know, at least I want to see someone before I get killed. Which, I mean, is kind of self-explanatory. As you can see so far, and everything is pretty stable. We are getting above 60 frames anyway. So yeah, this is basically a video meant for people who's thinking if their current setups will work. If you have any requests in regards to different GPUs, I do have access to a 3060 980 and, well, maybe with a little bit of begging, 1060. But I don't know if that would be too relevant for this game, because if the baseline is a 1050 Ti, I don't think that there should be any problems whatsoever. I just like to see grenades drop down and explode. Let's see if we get any frame penalty. Oh, I did not know you can't climb on a pelican. Tough. Tough luck, they say. And yeah. Well, I think this is enough for a very quick benchmark performance. If you want to see more, or you want to actually see actual gameplay with MSI metrics running, please do let me know and I'll see what I can do for you. But to be honest, the campaign is pretty cinematic actually, so one of the reasons I'm not exactly looking forward to it, but you know, it's up to you guys. So yeah. A very quick overlook, because I wasn't sure about game performance on my system before as well, so I hope this helps someone out. So yeah, and this is on ultra settings, so if you're cranking them down, I'm pretty sure you can get pretty good frame rate and frame time as well. So on this note, thanks for watching, and see you next time.